They look so cute and cuddly. Wait, what do polar bears have to do with polarization? My name is Mr. Mayor. Come on, and I'll show you. Welcome back, everybody, to Antenna Theory. Objective 1 Alpha, identify basic facts about antenna theory. So we need to get 70% on the block test. That means 14 out of 20. This is video 3 out of the video series. We're going to be looking at polar bear polarization. Let's be clear. No matter how cute and cuddly these polar bears are, do not play with them. These are wild animals and they have the potential to harm you. With polarization, you can say that the antennas are transmitting and are radiating electromagnetic energy. It also has potential to harm you. We're going to interrupt this polarization video to take a look at equipment, personnel, and polar bear safety. I pulled this safety summary out of a manual that we have in our RF transmission course. I want to read this safety summary to you so you understand about the equipment here in the course and as well as out in the field. All operators and maintenance personnel must observe the following. Safety precautions during operation and maintenance of this equipment. Specific warnings and cautions are provided in the manual and at the end of this safety summary. Warnings, cautions, and notes appear before various steps in the manual and will be used as follows. Warning: used when injury or death to personnel and damage to equipment is possible. This also goes for polar bears. Caution: used when there is a possibility of damage to equipment or the polar bears are going to damage you. And note: used to alert personnel to a condition that requires emphasis. So as you can see in the manual, whenever you're dealing with the equipment, anytime you see warning, caution, or note, you need to take heed to that advice. Just like dealing with polar bears. Always remember they come with warnings, cautions, and notes. Warnings means that it could cause you harm or the equipment. Cautions means that you have to take special note because it could possibly do some damage to the equipment or you. Note means it's a tip for you. Tip like a gaming tip. Anytime that we are polarized on our antenna, it means we're transmitting electromagnetic energy out the antenna. Don't touch the antenna. Why? I have had a 5-watt burn on my thumb. It was 3rd degree and it was not fun, to say the least. So what is the definition of polarization? Well, it's defined as electromagnetic wave orientation as it travels. Now just remember, it is the E field that it is referencing. All antennas require the same polarization to communicate, and we'll get to that in just a few. There are 2 types of linear polarization. There is vertical and then there is horizontal. With the vertically polarized waves, the E field goes up and down, whereas the horizontally polarized waves are going from side to side. On the past slide, you see that the like antennas have to have the same polarization in order to communicate with each other. In other words, you have to have 2 vertically polarized antennas to talk and 2 horizontally polarized antennas to make communication. You cannot have a vertical antenna trying to talk to a horizontal antenna or vice versa. I wanted to give you an example of a horizontally polarized polar bear, and as you can see, this polar bear is laying down, so that gives him the benefit of a doubt that he is horizontally polarized in this wonderful play in the snow. Here's a wonderful example of a vertically polarized polar bear. Wonderful example. We have two nonlinear types of polarizations. They are circular and elliptical. The circular is basically a circle. With elliptical, it's an oval. Now the interesting part is the nonlinear polarization covers both vertical and horizontal, so they can talk to the linear type polarized antennas, both vertical or horizontal. And I give you an example. Remember Sirius XM, the satellite radio? Well, your antenna on your car is basically a vertical antenna. It is vertically polarized. Here's a wonderful example of a circularly polarized along with a horizontally polarized polar bear. So he goes from circular to horizontal, playing in the wonderful snow there. I brought up the handy dandy Air Force application for polarization. You can see that we have the E-field representation of the horizontal or linear style polarization. You can see that the horizontal is from side to side. When I click on the vertical, it's up and down or vertically polarized. The next one that we're going to look at is a circular. We're looking at the E field again, and we cross over from the vertical to the horizontal in a circular pattern. Kind of crazy, ain't it? Let's review. Safety is to be taken seriously in RF transmissions. Polar bears are cute and cuddly, but carry a warning. Polarized antennas also carry a warning. And lastly, my RF stick. We're going to see a video.
Nope, we can't do it.
What?
It's not completed yet.
Not again. Alright, guess we're not.